Hello, everyone. We are back. I literally forgot how we used to start. It's been such a long time since we last did this. Especially you. You had exams, so we needed to postpone a lot.
Yeah.
Not that only because of you. I had many administrative stuff as well with my university. It's been a lot of pain because you know of how administrative stuff works, and I don't even think that
Yeah.
it's about Hungary. It's just bureaucracy is a bit difficult to deal with in most countries, in every country, I feel like. But yeah, we are here again. How are you doing? How is life?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Tough weeks, bro. Tough weeks in the last 2 months, but yeah, not doing too bad. Yeah, man, lots of studying. What can I say? Um,
Yeah.
the market went a little bit in the background for us both, right, in those periods.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Um,
pretty
yeah,
pretty
yeah, yeah.
chill, man. How are you? You been all
I'm
right?
okay. I mean, yeah, I'm okay. Like, I'm done with exams. I think I've been done with exams for a long time. It's just, yeah, administrative stuff. But other than that, in terms of markets, to be fair, the times that we didn't do was all right for the markets to begin with. Like, nothing much happened. And it's summertime anyways. It's end of June right now. But in June, July, August, we are not expecting much of a movement anyways to begin with. Because, summertimes, all the
Yeah.
money from the financial markets is in the
Boring
holiday.
days, bro. Boring days normally the summers.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. But market can be boring, but the news are not boring. They are
Yeah.
very sad, and we talked about this on the phone, like privately as well. But I think you would agree. News are not boring, but they are very stupid. I feel like.
Yeah, it's really going nuts these days, right? Like what's been
Yeah,
happening in the last month. Like, I mean, the market's kind of kept like steady or whatever, ups and downs with the news every day or the news change. But yeah, Iran, Israel, and this kind of conflict.
I,
Yeah,
I
tough.
really didn't see that coming. To be fair, I just thought that
Yeah.
Iran and Israel was going to politically give hard time to each other, but I didn't think that there would be a war between them.
Yeah, yeah. Then on the other hand, is the war already over? Was it like a 2-day war now? Like we don't know,
Yeah, like
right? It's a bit.
yeah, there was and like the news out there is like a bit questionable as well, because like there are news that are saying, oh, there's truce, and then Iran just like sends some more missiles, and
Mm,
Israel says, oh, we are going to retaliate, and then they don't. And then, to be fair, Israel, like sending those missiles to Iran, that was unexpected for me. I
mm,
really didn't think that was going to happen, but it happened. Didn't really affect the market so much.
no.
Like markets, like during the winter time, I remember while we were doing the show, this podcast, I remember markets going down like 4 or 5%. Like there were lots of crashes with like the Hamas Israel war,
Yeah.
Ukraine, Russia, but like markets are not getting affected much, to be fair.
No, they're really taking it well, and I think I don't know what I saw from the past. Like, I'm sure you got this data as well somewhere on Instagram or whatever news, but like markets before the start of a war, and why you should always invest before the start of a war, because most market actually react positively to stuff like this, right? To conflict, at least in the short term. So I don't know. I'm really surprised the market keeps quite stable. I thought it would go down as well. Oil prices
Yeah, me
reacting
too.
quite aggressively up and then down again. So it's really, I feel like there's a lot of uncertainty still.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, a
So
lot,
it's
a lot. I mean, I'm glad that this uncertainty situation, these like uncertaintiness, is that how you say it?
yeah.
It's yeah, I guess. It's happening in the summertime. This is good for the markets because in the summertime, markets are always like quite stable. They don't
Yeah,
really react much. So I'm glad that we are saving September some positivity.
yeah. At least some activeness and some, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So should I start with crypto? There's not much to say, anyways.
yeah, yeah,
But let me just
go for
start.
it.
So let's check CMC 100 index, coin market cap index. For the last 30 days, it's down 4.83%. For the last week, it's down 0.22%, which is not much. What I care about here is Bitcoin, with the wars and everything, Bitcoin didn't drop below $100, $100,000. That is good in my opinion. Solana has been going a bit ups and downs. In the last 7 days, it's dropping nearly like 3.8%. Right now, I see 3.73, but let's just call it 3.8. Solana has been acting quite weird. Ripple as well, Ethereum as well, but the Bitcoin is holding strong. This is what I like. Other than that, there's not much to say in crypto market, to be fair. I'm not following the news so much, so I can't say, this state in
Mm,
America is doing this and that. But I see a lot of like Twitter notifications that comes to my phone saying that, the new SEC is gonna what's it called, approve the ETFs. New Fed president is going to be chairman, president, secretary,
mm,
whatever it's called, is going to be changed to a more crypto favored, like more pro crypto person. But other than that, there's not much going on, to be fair.
no, I'd like from crypto directly, I haven't seen much honestly. I don't know, like
Hmm.
it's just it's quite stable, although like I'm very positive it's gonna hit 120K in the next couple of months now. Like I don't know
I mean,
maybe the movement has been
hopefully.
boring by Bitcoin, but I feel like boring in the right way, like being
Yeah.
stable and producing supports at the 100K. And yeah, I don't know. I'm really positive on hitting the 120K at least by the end of the year. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. The only thing I could talk about maybe a little bit is Coinbase. Coinbase really performed extremely well the last 2 months.
Yeah,
I
you
think,
texted me. I didn't check it when you texted
yeah,
me, but you have Coinbase. So
yeah.
I
I'm,
haven't been following the markets. The only stock that I have been following was Google, because
mm,
Google is still pissing me off. You
yeah,
know, Google was going to be my strongest and my favorite, like the one that I trust the most stock that I have, but it's turning out to be the worst one so far.
yeah, yeah. That's how the stock market works, bro. The one you put
Yeah,
in the most trust is the one that disappoints you the most.
like I trusted the least for Bank of America. Like I put half of the money that I put for Amazon, ASML, Google. But Bank of America performed the best. Right now, I'm nearly 40% in
Mm.
plus. But let me check. I kind of want to check that. Yeah, 39.2, nearly 40% in plus with Bank of America since I bought. Other than that, ASML has been doing quite okay. Amazon is doing okay. Rheinmetall, my favorite stock so far, has been doing very, 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 very nice. Very times infinite nice. Other than that, I don't have much to say. How is your portfolio doing?
Yeah. So currently portfolio-wise, so like just private portfolio first, I guess. So Coinbase, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
doing a fucking exceptionally well. I mean, I think from the April low, it was like trading at 130 USD, and now I'm up like 140%. So I'm actually trading it at all-time highs right now, and I'm really tempted to sell it. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
waiting. Actually, that's why I put it with Bitcoin a little bit, because I'm waiting for Bitcoin to reach new all-time highs as well, and then maybe sell it within that hype. Normally, that's how I do it. So I'm waiting a little bit. I think it can reach a little bit higher, but I don't know. The next 10 or 20%, I'm probably gonna sell out on Coinbase. It was a nice ride, but it's a really unpredictable stock as well. It can go from fucking 350 USD to down to 160 USD within a couple of weeks or up. Um, But yeah, I'm probably gonna sell out a little bit of that position and taking some cash. And otherwise, yeah, the other stocks like you mentioned, ASML is doing really well. Amazon is doing really well. I think really stably going up. Yeah, Google man, sad. Um, uh, and then yeah, I think my surprise is actually AMD. AMD is doing exceptionally well the last couple days. Last 2 weeks going up like 2% every day. So I'm really nice in this one. And yeah, that's otherwise that's it. I've added a new position, Lockheed Martin. Um,
Hmm.
I've talked about with you with this, like I don't know, for the past year maybe now, that I wanna add Lockheed Martin, and I did buy it eventually before the Iran-Israel conflict. So I thought it was
That's
good
very nice. Yeah.
timing, but then that stopped, which is fucking unreal sometimes. But yeah, a really small position. I'm hoping to add to it a little bit more in the future and build it up. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, it's the portfolio in general has been going sideways for me. It's just some stocks that have been going up more, and other stocks have been going down more. Like Novo Nordisk is really struggling right now, right? So yeah, it's really sideways movement for me
What's
on
your year to date now?
the
Because your
portfolio.
stocks has been going well so far.
Yeah, so right now I'm actually not that bad, but let me check. Year to
Because
date,
I think
I
last
have
time we talked, you were either even or minus.
last time we talked on the podcast, yeah, I was even, I think
Uh-huh.
around 1 or 2%, and now I'm I think 11 or 12.
Hmm.
11.7, yeah, 11.7. So it's been
Yeah.
actually the last month's been really sideways, been chilling around the 8 to 12%. Yeah, it's really
That's
boring,
not
right?
bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hmm.
It's okay. It's the boring market these days is holding it back a little bit, but yeah.
For me, Amazon, Rheinmetall, and Bank of America is carrying my portfolio right now. Bank of America joined that carrying portfolio thing with Rheinmetall as well, and Amazon is more than 10% plus for me. Year to date, I'm in 45% in plus, but Rheinmetall has a lot to do with this. Without Rheinmetall, but I would say without Rheinmetall, I think I would be at least 20-25% in
Mm,
plus as well. But end of the year, I'm gonna because Rheinmetall was a bit like, let's be fair, Rheinmetall was a good trade of mine, but nobody could have expected Rheinmetall to like skyrocket this
yeah,
much.
yeah.
So it was a bit lucky, but it was like my trading, like not trading, but like it's my investing strategy as well. I try to always have a military stock in my portfolio.
Mm,
Also, I try to always have a bank stock with in my portfolio. So Rheinmetall was my choice. It wasn't Lockheed, it wasn't like Tyson, or it wasn't Airbus. It was Rheinmetall, and I had a good run with Rheinmetall. So other than that, but I'm doing well, and I feel like I'm gonna beat the market by like 4 or 5 times. But other than that, my portfolio is doing well, to be fair. I mean, other than Google, Google is pissing me off a lot. But we'll talk about Google, like,
yeah, I
in a
think
parentheses, like a lot.
yeah, I think if we talk about Google, Google is just I think because it's still trading under a PE of 20, right? I
Yeah.
think it's quite ridiculous and really looked over. And
Oh, yeah.
I've seen some analytical stuff from I don't know, from what I personally watch or where I get my info from regarding
Hmm.
stocks. And some people even expect it to drop more, which I just can't see, like in the short term. But in the long term, I think Google is going to be an absolute outperformer. And actually, if you look back the last 5 years, Google was the top performer of all the stocks that we just mentioned, except maybe
Yeah.
Rheinmetall, you know. But
Yeah.
but like compared to Amazon, it had a better performance the last 5 years, or compared to ASML, it has a better performance. So I think patience, bro, patience. I've held stocks for 4 or 5 years now, and some of them I've held for 2 years in the minus. So I'm fine. I can deal with that, and I'm really confident Google won't be a 2 year minus kind of stock. It's
I
six
mean,
months
hopefully,
in the minus, hopefully.
I think Google. I forgot the name of the CEO. It's he's an Indian guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Not
yeah, yeah.
someone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Some.
think he's a quite good CEO as well. I'm not
Yeah, it's.
gonna give him a hard time. I think he's a pretty okay, pretty decent CEO. I think they realized in terms of stocks, so in terms of the health of the company, like the financial health and everything, they realized that people are really scared with these like LLMs, like the AIs, like
Mm,
ChatGPT. I don't know if what else is there other than ChatGPT. Like there is Sona by Perplexity. There is like Cloud, yeah, Cloud. I think people are very scared of it. So I don't know if you realize we talked about this. I know that you know it, but I'm just saying it for the purpose of
mhm, mhm.
doing the podcast. When you Google something right now, it's not only Google is telling you something, but it's AI giving you information, which
Yes.
changed Google for me because. Right now I don't even use ChatGPT that much. I just Google something and Google's AI just shows me the best search and gives me an answer like ChatGPT that I don't need ChatGPT for. So like I'm Googling more now rather than using ChatGPT.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people miss that Google has such a huge platform as well, where they can implement all this AI stuff, right? And all what ChatGPT is doing, I think as well. I don't think it's too hard, and I think they're gonna adapt. And I think it's great what they're doing, and this AI or this Google Search AI thing that you get now is because it's for free as well, right? So you don't have to
Yeah,
always
yeah.
or switch websites in between. It's a lot more, I don't know, convenient to use as well while you're using Google, which most people still use anyway. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still pretty chill about this whole and the fear of like Google dropping down in or losing its market value due to its like search engine loss, or they're losing market share on that. Yeah, I'm not really too scared about this. I've actually seen something that the new Google AI Gemini was like set against the ChatGPT, and there wasn't a huge difference or even beat it. But yeah, I don't know. Don't quote me on that or something. But I'm sure they're pushing their AI,
I
to.
mean, what I know and what I can tell you is Google is a huge company and they have a lot of money if they really try to do it, which I feel like they are starting to do it. They can easily replace any AI out there
Yeah,
with the resources that they have, with the money that they have. So I'm not scared at all.
yeah. Nah, same. It takes time, patience,
It
and
takes time. Yeah.
you get some dividends at least while you wait.
Yeah. Or you get voting rights and everything.
Yeah. Nah, it's I mean, it's okay. It's built honestly. I think another major problem is not only the when we talk about Google or any other stock right now is actually Google is doing quite well. It's been recovering since the April thing. It's just the main issue is the devaluation of the dollar that's happening right now.
Mm,
I think the dollar is losing a lot, and obviously I trade everything in euro, right? In the end, it comes back to me in
mhm.
euro because I use euro and everything. Um, this is how it ends up. So if I see a Google going up 1.5 or 2% on the Nasdaq, it barely reaches the percent on my local trading because at the same time the US dollar drops another quarter percent, right? So I don't know if you look at the Google stock on the Nasdaq, it's really been going up nicely and have built a nice supports, but euro wise it's pretty much sideways because the dollar is just getting punished these days, and
Yeah, I mean,
that's a
the,
bit
the, the
painful.
catch with Google is year to date, it's down 8.40%. Let's just call it
Oh,
8%.
damn, yeah.
That's not fun. But there is still September, October, November, December. There is still 4 more months by the end of the year. And we are gonna try to hope for the best, I feel like.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, I think I'm quite positive that's gonna be positive, maybe in the 10-15% by the end of the year for both of us,
Hmm.
because I think we have similar price entrances
What's
as
your
well.
what's your what's your average for Google?
140,
Oh, you're
142.
you're fine. You're fine. Mine is 182.43. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because I had a cheaper position as well prior to that, right? Which I bought into. So
Hmm.
yeah, but if it drops more, I'm very willing to buy more if I have the cash. If it goes below 140, 130 euros again, let's see.
I have been saying this, and I'm gonna keep saying this. If market crashes, which I don't mind it crashing because I trust the stocks that I have, I'm gonna
Mm.
buy Netflix.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, of
the,
course,
the
yeah.
the other day we were talking a week ago, I think, on the phone. You said I would have sold half or at least some of my Rheinmetall and bought Netflix, and then I thought about it after we hung up. I was like, yeah, why didn't I do that? Because like Netflix was like around $850.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, I should have done that. I just couldn't think at that time. But yeah, it feels like I missed Netflix. But it will come back around, and I will buy Netflix at one point in my life throughout this investing journey.
Yeah, maybe you get a good entrance. Sometimes it's not that bad when you're still looking to buy it. You miss the opportunity. Okay, happens. Everybody has that. But sometimes it's actually healthier. Look, like for example, I told you to sell Rheinmetall. What was it, a week ago, and buy some Netflix
Yeah.
or whatever with it. But now Rheinmetall is back up it again as well. So it could have
Hmm.
been like a loose situation there as well. So it's maybe like the timing you do is gonna be all right, and maybe in 2 3 months Netflix might have a little crash and you get a nice buying opportunity. Who knows?
Yeah,
Like,
I hope. I think the Squid Game last season is out today, or
mm.
it's gonna be out soon. I hope it sucks. So Netflix stocks can drop, but yeah, I highly doubt that it's gonna suck. But yeah,
I don't even know where's Netflix trading right now, man.
like I'll try a lot. Like I'm telling you, when you told me if I were you when Netflix was like around 850s,
Mm.
you told me a week ago I would have at that time I would have sold Rheinmetall to buy Netflix. I was telling you at that time I don't have any cash to buy
Yeah,
Netflix, but yeah, I just. Year to date, Netflix is up 47%.
yeah, crazy.
This is madness, but I'm telling you, it's like you can't be sad about an opportunity that you lost. You just need to track it down and just like get a new opportunity. In the financial markets, opportunities never end. It's just
Mm.
sometimes you miss one and then that's it. Easy as that.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna miss a lot,
Um,
bro. That's
yeah,
the problem. It
yeah,
does
yeah, yeah.
happen, and I don't know, man. Like, but like I said, I think sometimes can be healthy because sometimes you never know. Bam, the stock drops 30% because why not?
Whatever.
It doesn't
Yeah,
need a reason, right?
yeah,
Like it did in 2022. Look how Netflix dropped from $600 down to like a solid 180 or 150, something like this, right? So if this happens, good in buying opportunity again. People sell out of a
yeah,
stock sometimes, and yeah, I think the opportunity arises again. You just need to be patient half of the time. And I think it's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
I
yeah. I
think it's
agree.
I think it's actually wise. Like, okay, maybe I tell you you should have sold Rheinmetall, but I think it's wise you keep to your investment strategy. You know what I mean? Of course, you always have
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah, yeah.
telling you, "Oh, you should sell," or "You should buy this," or blah. Listen to your own intuition. Like I think it's
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah. I mean,
important.
yeah, yeah, I mean, my investing strategy has been working. Like I'm telling you, I'm like 45% in
Yeah,
plus. So like it has been working. It's just yeah, I'm quite salty about it.
yeah,
That's why.
not fair.
But yeah, other
Uh,
than that, we were talking about portfolios. Would you like to tell about the Get Queen
yeah, yeah, yeah.
portfolios that we created for our viewers
Yes.
year
So
to date? What are those stocks are doing?
I think are doing really fine. So just aggregated, we actually have a quite good performance, 11%,
Mm-hmm.
11.2% year to date. So it's actually quite close to my personal one. And the stocks are performing really well. I'm gonna have a look at yours because yours is actually performing better, but I am slowly getting there. So yours is at
Yeah.
13%. And with the stocks like Amazon, ASML, they're really doing in plus, like in our personal portfolio, right? We both have own them. Google barely in the plus, and yeah, then we talk about Netflix, like we just talked about, absolute performance 44%, right, year to date, and then Bank of America 15% as well. So which actually doing better in your personal performance. But yeah, this is a nice I think really summarizes well how both our portfolios are doing right now, because these are the major
Hmm.
positions, or I mean, it really looks like my personal graph as well. And yeah, in mine it's the same. I think my top performer is AMD, so that's carrying my ass a bit.
Yeah.
46% up, like Netflix. It's so funny sometimes, like the ones you expect, like you said earlier, right? You with Netflix you didn't or with Bank of America you didn't expect
Bank of
30,
America.
40%, right? And I thought, okay, I mean, I bought AMD because I like AMD, and I like their products, I like the CEO and what, but I didn't expect it to go up so fast as well. Like I really expected a slow rise, taking its time, maybe another dip down to $60. Who knows? But yeah, surprise, surprise, it's performing well, 46%. Um, and yeah, Novo Nordisk is taking a tough time a little bit. I think they still need some consolidation. I'm still looking to buy into it, I think, because I think Novo Nordisk is a top tier company with top tier
It
financials.
is.
But yeah, Novo Nordisk I think is gonna be a slow grower and dividend collector for me.
The only problem with the only problem I have with Novo Nordisk is because I'm doing research as well. I'm not doing research about diabetes, to be fair, or weight loss. But
Mm-hmm.
the only problem that I have with Novo Nordisk is with this new Ozempic drug. There's some research coming up that are not that well talked about Ozempic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when I was telling you, when you told me that you were gonna buy Novo Nordisk, I told you like I would be careful with it because of the research of the Ozempic
Mm.
and everything. That's the only problem that I have. But like Novo Nordisk, like if they fuck up in Ozempic, they will come up with something else. But yeah, they started to people started to hear its name because of Ozempic, and Ozempic in some research, it says it's promising. In most research that I read, they are saying that it's not the best. So that's the only problem that I have with Novo Nordisk, and I feel
Mm.
like there are better pharmaceutical companies that I would buy. That's what I always tell you. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I wanna
You're
buy a
looking.
military stock.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I always tell to myself, is there a better one
Yeah,
for me to
yeah.
buy?
For the market leader, that's what you're looking for, pretty much.
Exactly, exactly. So I would say that there are better ones that you can buy in terms of pharmaceutical, but I'm telling you, no, this is not a bad company. This is, for example, this is what I had with ASML as well. I looked at the other chip producers or like
Mm-hmm.
chip related companies. I was like, I think ASML is the best one to buy. It's not because Nvidia or AMD is bad. It's just ASML. I felt like it was better, so that's why I bought ASML. So I would say the same thing for Novo Nordisk. I don't think it's a bad company. I think it's a pretty nice company. It's just I feel like there are better ones.
Yeah, fair. No, 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 it's fair. I think in the pharmaceutical area, it's a little bit because of course you can have better pharmaceutical company. I think the Novo Nordisk. I've owned a couple, I think. Like I had Gilead Science or some American Amgen, for example, as well in the past. Amgen I really liked, or Gilead Science I really liked as well, because in general those big pharmaceuticals are a really like stable growth
Hmm.
businesses, and they have been for the past 30, 40 years. But either way, I think pharmaceuticals, because Novo Nordisk is in this insulin and in
Hmm.
this fat loss, and this is what they mostly focus on about, and that's what I'm interested about. And the only real competitor to Novo Nordisk, I honestly, in my opinion, I think Novo Nordisk is the market leader in fat burners and insulin medication. And the second one, which I think a lot of people think is the market leader, is Eli Lilly, but I prefer Novo Nordisk because of European standards. in general.
Mhm.
I'm not the, I mean, like I said, I like American pharmaceuticals, like they're great businesses, but I'm not so sure if I like to invest in them long term, like Ellie
Oh yeah,
did,
oh yeah.
right?
Like for example, if I wanna choose someone, like choose a pharmaceutical, I would most likely go with Europeans as
Yeah.
well. I just like, even though we in this podcast we talk a lot of like, I don't want to say shit, but we give hard time to EU and its regulations. They're so slow of taking action on certain things. But at the end, the regulations are for the people, and it's for the better for of
Mm.
people. So regulations are important, yeah. And because of that, I feel like I would trust European pharmaceuticals more than the Americans, more or less.
Yeah, yeah, that's my thought process as well, honestly. Like I just like a little bit the way, and like yeah, you always hear some dodgy stories, man, with pharmaceutical
Oh yeah, of
companies and
course.
US, and like it just I don't know. For me, that's always a bit. It's like this United Health thingy as well, this huge insurance group,
Hmm.
right? And what happened there, right? We talked about this in a previous episode as well. But yeah,
It's because the healthcare system in America is based on like purely based on money.
yeah,
If
yeah,
you have money, you get good healthcare. But in here in Europe, we are like more. Even if you don't have money, you get
at
the
least,
good. You get good healthcare as if you are just rich.
yeah, yeah, at
So
least, yeah.
yeah, like if you don't go private in terms of public sector, you are treated equally, more or less. So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, but yeah, otherwise I don't know. I don't know what else to say with the Novo Nordisk, honestly. Yeah. I guess it's the worst performing stock right now in the GetQuinn, but yeah, I think they have beautiful dividends. I keep I bought them quite low, so a little bit lower than the GetQuinn portfolio. So I'm not that deep in the shit, which is nice, and I kept buying in the drops. And I think regarding to its like PE ratio right now and historical value, I think it's heavily undervalued. And I don't know, they haven't really cut their future earnings too much. They still have good growth. And bro, I think fatty people they love this shit for some reason. Taking medication for
Yeah.
weight loss, I don't know. Like I would never, honestly. But as long as people do it, which apparently people are more and more, I think I'm gonna keep this company for a very long time. I think I won't sell it in the next 5 years for myself.
I mean,
Really?
I want to become a surgeon, and as a surgeon to be, I know that overweight people, I don't want to call them fat, but yeah, overweight people are always more difficult to operate on. And I can say that in terms of surgery, American surgeons are struggling the most because of the overweight population that they have compared to Europe, and the Japanese surgeons are struggling the least because
Same.
everyone is so skinny there. So yeah, other than that, that's it.
Yeah, but yeah, obesity is always gonna be a problem. And honestly,
100%.
even with medication like this out there from Eli Lilly or Novo Nordisk or whatever other pharmaceutical, I don't think obesity rate is gonna go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the Western diet, we always learn this. I don't know how much you guys learn about this in vet school, but like we always say, obesity is there, diabetes, type 2 diabetes is there because of the Western diet, and Western diet
Yeah,
doesn't seem like it's going to change anytime soon.
yeah.
So, I feel like it's always going to be there, and it's always going to be these companies that are making money out of it.
It's just this overconsumption we all have, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, exactly,
Typical
exactly.
Western American
Exactly.
standard, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But
but
yeah,
yeah,
that's it.
otherwise I don't know. I don't have much to say for regarding
Neither do I,
portfolio.
believe you. Market is pretty what's it called, boring. There's not much to talk about. We can only talk about some opinions, which we did.
Yeah, I wanted to throw in some Xiaomi news. Actually, I saw
Oh
they
yeah,
had.
oh yeah, I was gonna ask you that. Give us some China news, because like lately I even told you, like
Yeah,
for some reason on Instagram my algorithm is showing me a lot of like, oh, China has this technology, China has that technology stuff.
I've
So
corrupted the
I
algorithm.
told you this as well. You just scan your palm
Yeah, I saw
and
it.
it's
I saw
connected
it.
to
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
You saw that? Okay, okay,
Yeah.
good, good, good. I was gonna
Fucking
send
nuts.
you, but like I never came
Yeah.
across to that reel again. So China has this technology of like you read your palm, it's connected to your. There's like a sensor that reads your palm, and it's connected to your WeChat that deducts the money automatically, which just like blew my mind. And then you told me like, oh, the contactless payment was like way before in China, before we had
Yeah.
in Europe, in America, or whatever. So yeah, give us some China news. How is Chinese economy doing? How is Chinese stocks doing?
Yeah, China, I mean, China, honestly, I mean, in general, it's the same story, to be honest. It's really sideways moving and really boring. I know it, it kind of hooks with the American market as well.
Yeah, of course.
Um, but yeah, when you told me about this fucking hand palm scan, like, I didn't even know
Hmm.
about it, and I feel like, okay, I'm up to date with like Chinese tech, or I get updates quite
I think
frequently.
that's new. I
Yeah.
think that's new. That's why. That's new.
Yeah.
I feel
So
like.
yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it on Insta. Bro, fucking blew my mind. But yeah, then again,
Yeah.
it's China. They always do some weird stuff. They also have like flying. I mean, technically flying cars or stuff like this. I don't know if you saw it with speed and or these
I don't know.
helicopter cars.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah. I saw Speed driving a car that can basic. Do you remember
there was the
in
Xiaomi.
GTA? I think so. In
Yeah.
GTA Vice City, there was a cheat code that you could type
Yeah.
and that could make cars basically go on like a boat in the sea as well on the water.
Oh yeah.
There was a cheat code for that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Yeah.
I saw that reel of Speed driving a car, and they basically from the road they go into a lake or something, and the
Oh
car
yeah.
is just like going like a boat.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Okay,
I'm
that,
like,
that
oh,
that's BYD. That's not Xiaomi. Sorry, that's
huh, okay,
BYD.
I don't know which brand is it, but
Yeah.
it was like mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like the technology. I mean, it's still going to take me some more convincing to invest in China market because of personal reasons. You know the reasons.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should
yeah.
have said those on the internet. But I am going to say that, and it should be very surprising for you to hear as well. I am getting warmer to the idea of Chinese technology and investing to it, but it will still take a lot of time and effort for me to be convinced for that.
No, I 100% agree. And I think, like, of course, they show off this technology. Like, you see the car going into the water, right? But I
Yeah.
think, of course, it's really cool technology. Don't get me wrong. I also really like the expos they do with smartphones, like what Xiaomi announced yesterday. They had like some pretty cool new gadgets and new releases. But a lot of it is also a bit of a gimmick, marketing,
Oh
obviously.
yeah,
Who the
might
fuck's
be.
gonna drive their BYD into a river? When the hell do I have
Yeah.
to cross a river or a lake? Like, bruh. So of course, a lot of. I think the technology is cool, but the Chinese love to market gimmick like this, so you gotta keep that in mind as well. Um, but yeah, otherwise I don't know. It's really not that much news out of China. So Xiaomi had a good day yesterday because they had a nice expo. I just read earlier, like they released, they have the normal Xiaomi car, right, the smaller one,
Mhm.
and now they released an SUV model, and within 1 hour 289,000 orders of that car.
I saw
200,
that. I saw
more
that.
than a
Yeah.
quarter of a million, which is insane. I think it's fucking insane. So and they really undercut the price with the Tesla Y model. They really I think it's like 30% less in China, the new Xiaomi car. So I think Xiaomi's taking over, or BYD is really taking over their own market first. Um, but yeah, otherwise, that's regarding Xiaomi. Is not so much. The stock hasn't moved that much either in the last 2-3 months. It's still in the same position, but I'm gonna hold it, I think, for a rather long time. And otherwise, the other Chinese stocks, there's not much news. Tencent Music, I don't know, I've mentioned that once, the Asian Spotify, Chinese Spotify, has been performing really well in the last 2 months. Yeah, but otherwise it's okay. Not much else.
Yeah.
Not
I mean, how is the market doing year to date? Like the Shanghai, Hang Seng?
I normally go for the Hang Seng. I think it's still up.
Okay.
I think year to date it's 23% up. So
That's madness. I think yesterday, I think it was like last night or this morning, I checked S&P 500. It was like 4% up or something. I'm not sure
yeah, just
actually,
barely
but
in the plus, I think.
yeah, barely the plus like holding.
Yeah, but
Literally.
the Nasdaq is reaching nearly all-time highs, right? No. Yeah, 4% for the
Yeah.
S&P. Um, yeah, but Nasdaq is pretty much
And
at all-time highs again.
And I just checked my phone for notifications as well. I just got a Xiaomi, those like robot vacuum. It was on discount on
Mm,
Amazon. Bro, it cleans amazing. It only has one brush,
yeah,
but it's amazing. Like I like. Do you remember you have it as well? But you have those like two brush
yeah,
ones, but
yeah,
it's a different brand. We
yeah.
both had Ecovacs. But I'm telling you, even I was really hesitant to buy it because I was like, one brush shouldn't be enough, bro. Like it's more than enough. You have no
Uh,
clue. I promise you, it's amazing.
I'm honestly not that happy with my Ecovacs. It's not that best, honestly.
Xiaomi. I 100% suggest that.
Yeah, but then the Chinese gonna listen in your room, bro.
I mean, Ecovacs is Chinese as well.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, anything Chinese at this point. Don't
Yeah,
matter,
at
bro.
this point, yeah.
If they wanna put something in that listens to you, it's probably in there. It's like,
Yeah, it's okay. But yeah,
oh yeah.
that's what I can say for this episode. What you say?
Not much, man. Honestly, the only question is, should I sell my Coinbase?
I'm telling you, I think Bitcoin seems like, I'm telling you, by the end of the year, I always said 160, 180, and I'm
Mm,
still seeing that. So I think I would have hold Coinbase.
yeah, that's my thought
Because the
principle as well
Bitcoin,
right now.
yeah, it's Bitcoin. I don't think that it's like it's not gonna stop here. I feel like it's gonna go up there. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think with the price, like we talked in the beginning, it's gonna go up, and I think Coinbase likes to follow a little bit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And yeah, it's really my top position right now. It's like 100. It's really, it's like when I talk to you about Rheinmetall. I get really, when if I would see that percentage of like 250%, my trigger finger is wiggling, bro, on the sell button for real. I get a bit anxious, but I need a lot of patience. Like I'm holding Xiaomi as well. It's been hovering around the same. I wanted to sell it, not, and I'm just holding it. I think that's the most or the best thing I can do. Keep holding, bro, and just watch the
Keep
money grow.
we never sell, never sell,
Never.
only buy, never
Yes,
sell.
sir.
Okay,
Um,
that's for it then. If you don't have anything else to say,
no, I think that's it. And earnings wise, we don't even have to look at it. Oh wait, no,
do
earnings
we have
wise,
any?
we don't have anything next week. It's emptiness. It's summer break, so
Yeah,
um. But hey, bro.
I'll see you back in September.
Yeah, but for real, I think that's the vibe right now. But honestly, I'm really positive for the next month, and I'm really positive
Hopefully.
still for July now coming. I think July is gonna be a really positive. I think, although I think it's like the boring summer vibe, I think it's not gonna be that boring. I think the market is gonna be quite unexpectedly performing well. But we
I
shall
mean,
see.
hopefully,
Yeah.
we all love drama. I hope the drama turns out to be good drama, but we all love drama. It's just like at this point, we're not investing for our future. At this point, we are just investing for the adrenaline.
Yeah, for real. I mean, that's the dopamine when you see green numbers going up is fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah. It's crazy. Okay
but
then.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it was this week's episode. Oh, that's how I
Ah,
started.
yeah, bro.
I remember. Yeah,
This week's
it's
episode.
this week's episode. How I do? Yeah, that's how I started. Anyways, it's all right. So stay in school. I don't know. Go help people, do some good deeds. That's always important. Stay in school, kids. And if you're kids under 18 years of age, you don't need to watch this yet.
Yes,
You'll
you do.
watch it when. But oh yeah, I used to say this as well. Go share this with everyone. Like,
Yeah,
subscribe, and everything. Play it on your grandma's phone, grandpa's phone. You know, their grandparents are very important for the views.
yeah,
So yeah, that's it.
yeah. Good shit. Okay. I
Okay.
think
Okay. I catch you.
ciao ciao. Till next
Bye bye.
episode. Ciao ciao.
Yeah, yeah. Bye bye.